Welcome to today's webinar, Mobilizing Capital, Artists' Impact on Community Health and Wellbeing. My name is David Erickson. I head the Community Development Department here at the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, almost said San Francisco, and I'm thrilled to be partnering with Yerba Buena Center for the Arts, a real leader in this field of trying to sort of marry the sort of insight and vision and ability for that art can sort of guide investments together with the investments that we can bring to bear from the banking sector, from community development, financial institutions, foundations, government, and other sources. And we really think that's a powerful model. I would say that, you know, I've been working in community development for almost 30 years now, and I reread on occasion Pablo Neruda's acceptance speech for the Nobel Prize in Literature, where he says, with a gleaming passion, with a gleaming patience, with a burning patience, we will enter the gleaming cities. Sorry, I couldn't get that right. And that is something that I think it inspires me to sort of think about that burning patience and to be aware that it's a long road. It takes a lot of different ideas. It takes a lot of different viewpoints, and that is really critical for events like this to bring together people who may not necessarily talk to each other all the time. And so we just really are thrilled that you're joining us today. I have a few housekeeping notes I want to share. This event is being recorded and will be hosted on the New York Fed event webpage afterwards. As a reminder to all the speakers, this event is open to the media, so all the remarks and presentations are on the record. All attendees will be in listen-only mode with your video disabled for the duration of the event. I'm sorry, there's so many of you, we can't get a Q&A session. I apologize for that. The viewing options are on the top right-hand corner of your event screen. So for optimal viewing, try selecting the view option, hide non-video participants. That'll sort of clean up the view that you have on your screen. In addition, closed captioning is available by selecting the multimedia viewer located on the right-hand side of your screen. This will be a 1.5 hour webinar, and because of the time constraints, as I said, there'll be no Q&A, but do get in touch with us. We're welcome to email us or visit the website afterwards where we'll have an ongoing conversation. The webinar will begin with opening remarks by Deborah Cullinan, CEO of Yerba Buena Center for the Arts. We'll then have a panel discussion moderated by Donovan, EVP and COO of the Local Initiative Support Corporation, or LISC, which will delve into a discussion with 3 community and health experts about artists building community and creating change through their work. Then we'll move to an artist vignette by Daryl Ratcliffe, co-founder of Gossipian Investments, where we'll hear about his experience as an artist in Texas and how he co-founded a company that helps communities and businesses thrive together through cultural investments. Afterwards, we'll hear from Susan Magsamen, founder and executive director of the International Arts plus Mind Lab at the Brain Science Institute at Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine, and Dr. David O. Fakunle, CEO of Discover Me, Recover Me, Enrichment Through the African Oral Tradition, where they will be in a conversation with one another about how data and research support artists and their practices, laying the groundwork for productive investments in communities and helping understand issues related to social determinants of health. Now, I'd like to introduce Deborah Cullinan of YBCA. Over to you, Deborah.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here again. My name is Deborah, and I am coming to you from San Francisco, California, the unceded territory of the Ohlone Ramaytush people. And I'm the CEO of Yerba Buena Center for the Arts. I want to thank you all for being here. The fact that we are here, we artists, health leaders, community investment and impact investors, and arts and culture leaders, having this conversation is a beautiful step in a trajectory of work that is happening at YBCA and with so many of our collaborators, including PolicyLink, Art Place America, the University of Florida School for Art and Medicine, the Wellbeing Trust, Johns Hopkins, and the International Arts and Minds Lab, and so many artists across the country. This work is about building the irrefutable case that artists are essential drivers of health outcomes in their communities. At YBCA, we center and invest in artists because we want to achieve a more equitable and a healthier world. And we do this work because communities are the best designers and leaders of their own future. So we're here because of countless examples of artists addressing social isolation, working around mental health issues, lifting the true narrative of community, driving community safety. Artists like Carlton Turner and his project Sick Culture in Utica, Mississippi, where they are using food and story to reimagine, reclaim, and build community. People like Christinami Erickson in Juneau, Alaska, who overtook a post office and transformed it. It is a working post office. It is also a gathering place. It is a business. It's called Kindred Post. These are just two of so many examples. So we're here because of that. And investing in artists brings a ripple of return that is really a multiplier effect that, to my mind, is unlike anything we've ever seen. So that's what we're here to talk about today, and I'm very glad to be with you. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Annie Donovan. Annie joined LISC in May of 2019 as their COO. Annie's distinguished career in community development and impact investing includes serving as director of the U.S. Department of the Treasury's Community Development Financial Institutions Fund, CDFI. And I am so happy, Annie, to turn it over to you.